In case you guys don't know, this is Gervonta Tank Davis. He's a boxer and he's undefeated. He's a very good boxer, but he just fought his last opponent, Cruz, and that fight flopped. Flopped terribly. It completely flopped because that fight should not have been on pay-per-view. Should never have been on pay-per-view. That fight was not a pay-per-view fight because and Leonard LB knows that, Floyd knows that, even Gervonta knows that shit. That fight is not a pay-per-view fight. No doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that shit was not a pay-per-view fight. I mean, it was a good I mean, it was entertaining, I watched it. I didn't pay for the fight. Um I mean, I just saw a couple clips on Twitter, but yeah, why would people pay for a fight that makes no why would you pay $80 for a fight that makes no sense? Because that fight's not a pay-per-view fight. So when you have when you're buying something that's overpriced, why would you buy that? Consumers are not gonna buy a product on the market that's overpriced. Would you buy a bottle of water that's priced at $10? Or would you just drink your tap water? I would drink my tap water. I'm not drinking no bottle that's $10. And just like Gervonta Davis, that fight was not an $80 fight. And that's why this fight flopped and it did 50K. 50,000 baht. I mean, that's what the websites are reporting. Showtime won't release the numbers because the numbers were bad. Showtime will not be releasing the numbers. Guarantee you. Guarantee you they're not going to be releasing the numbers. I mean, they release the numbers for the other fights, but they don't release the numbers for this one. That means that the fight did terrible. Did terrible. I mean, Showtime's never gonna. People are saying that, oh, maybe in a couple days they'll release the numbers. No, Showtime's not gonna release the numbers. Steven Espinoza knows that. If he releases the numbers, that's going to. I mean, if I mean they could lie and release the numbers and say that they sold 150,000 buys, but we all know they sold 50,000. We all know that. Like they can lie, but they won't. They're definitely gonna release. They're not gonna release it. if they were gonna release it, they would have to tell the truth and say that it was 50,000 pay-per-views. Nobody paid for that fight. Everybody was talking about it on social media about how everybody was gonna illegally stream the fight. Or I'm not gonna do that. Obviously I don't condone that, and I don't think anyone should do that. But I can't control what other people do. So I mean, it's cool. I mean, some people been sending me messages telling me, "Oh, you can watch the fight here. You can watch the fight here," like sending me links and stuff. But I don't pay attention to that stuff. Like I don't watch no fights on no illegal stream. But yeah, even on free TV when he was on regular Showtime, he never racked 500,000 viewers. So putting that fight on pay-per-view, Floyd knew that shit wasn't on no pay-per-view. That fight was no pay-per-view fight, and we know it's not a pay-per-view fight. Just like Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios is not a pay-per-view fight. Just like Charles Martin Luis Ortiz is not a pay-per-view fight. Why are Showtime making the numbers? Why are Showtime so afraid to show the numbers? And why is Showtime putting on these bullshit fights? Make the best fights. The fights that we want Tank to fight is, we want him to fight Teofimo Lopez would be a good fight, but the fights we really want, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Kambosos, like those kind of guys are the guys we want Gervonta to fight. Fighting the Isaac Cruzes of the world, or fighting who else? I mean, it's like who else are you guys gonna keep talking about? Like shit is funny. This shit is funny. Like it's pretty funny. It's funny because the numbers didn't do good, and he knows the numbers didn't do good. But 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 Mayweather even said before, if you don't like the fight, don't buy it. And now we're taking that advice. And then on his Instagram, he put on his Instagram, Floyd Mayweather. He said, "Please buy the fight. Please buy the fight." On his Instagram, he put it on his. He said, whenever you stream a fight and you don't pay for it, you're taking money out of fighters' pockets. He said you have so many people stealing. Yeah, streaming is still stealing. They're not paying for it and they're getting it for free. It's stealing. Floyd. I mean, he's complaining about the illegal streams and stuff and the websites and streams. You know, it's not really still. I mean, it's you know, streaming only came up because it's a, how do you say, a byproduct of the fact that the fighters don't want to fight each other. If the best fights were being made, then people would probably pay for the fights gladly. But also, the pay per view model is dead. People are going to continue streaming the fights. Nobody's going to pay for these fights. They're going to keep streaming it. And the only way to really augment that is to bring in a new system. So do it the own way. Make it an app, and make it a subscription based thing. Just like Netflix is now a based app, like it has all the movies. You can just watch it on Netflix, and you pay a subscription every month. Just like that. And then you pay a subscription to watch the fights for a set amount every month. Just like when you go to the gym, you pay a subscription. Everything is subscription based these days. We pay monthly. It's not it's the pay-per-view model is done. It's over. It's a wrap. So now that they only made, so let's do the math. 50,000. So 50,000 multiplied by $80, $79.99. Cool. So they made what? Shit, they made 3 million. Wait. 3 million, yeah. 3,999,500. But that's it. The full revenue of the fight was 3 million. I mean, maybe the live gate was a couple million. I don't know what the live gate was. What they sell 15,000 tickets. Yeah, probably like what, a couple million, 5 million, maybe less, 1 million. So the full pot is like what, 6 million, 6 to 10 million, and 10 million is being generous. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. This guy's not a. I mean, he's a draw. If you can generate millions of dollars, you're still a draw. But that's compared to the average citizen. In boxing, you should be drawing a lot more than that if you're an attraction. Now, Floyd was selling hundreds of thousands pay-per-views. Gervonta's selling 50,000. But that's because Gervonta's not fighting the fights we want. At least Floyd fought, dangerous opponents like Canelo, Maidana, pretty dangerous. Pacquiao. Even Andre Berto was a former world champion. So, but come on, man, that is that Cruz guy. That dude is dumb. That dude is not a fucking challenge like a level fight. No, he's not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And everybody knew it, and that's why nobody paid for the fight. And that's why he's not even a world champion. He never won a world title in his life. How many world champions has Gervonta faced? Maybe 3 or 4? I mean, when he won vacant titles, cool, he beat Pedraza, so that's 1. Then what? I mean, he won vacant titles, so he really beat 2 world champions. Gamboa, he's a pretty, okay, maybe 3 or 4 world champions. The rest were just, prospects. That shit is crazy. And then Floyd's telling us to pay for his pay-per-views when this motherfucker's not fighting the best fighters. We want Gervonta to fight what's his name? The Instagram kid. Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney or Cambosos. Those are the guys we want him to fight. And until that happens, Floyd, you're gonna keep getting low pay-per-view numbers. Showtime's not gonna release the numbers, and that's a direct indication that the pay-per-view numbers were terrible. But anyways, guys, found him here, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. And my peace.